All right. Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is the day the Most High has made, and we're going to rejoice and be glad in it. This is our time to where we're going to enter into worship, because we're going to worship Him in both spirit and in truth, fully, right? And this is an opportunity for us to lift up our voices and give Him praise, because He's worthy to be praised. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right. One, a two, a 1, 2, 3, go. All of the gods, they are the works of men, but you are the Most High-Yah. There is none like you. All of the gods, they are the works of men, but you are the Most High-Yah. Most of the songs that we have are coming either directly word from the scriptures, or it's going to be somewhere coming from the scriptures, like in some way, shape, or form. So this is Be Strong, and it's one of our newer ones based off of Joshua 1 and 8. And so, hallelujah, you can find these right along. It's either going to be the separate version or ESV. You can look through the different versions, you'll be able to see which one it is. The scepter of the Torah shall not depart out of your mouth, but you shall meditate therein day and night, that you may learn to do according to all that is written therein. For then you shall make your way prosperous, and then you shall have good success. For then you shall make All right, this one right here, drummers. Get it. Get it. Hey, my eyes so tall. Before his presence was singing.
It's your reasonable service. Your daddy want to get on. Okay.
Get in there.
He about to y'all trying to get on there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dominican.
That's good. Right?
Still okay, right?
I guess you start then I just jump in.
Shalom.
Cool. Alright, fam. That's what we got today. Let me know what the title says. Yes, clap. I figured the microphone would help out.
Clapping like y'all had no hands.
Is there anything that needs somebody need help with in the back? Anybody in the back need help with something? Y'all good? We good. Hallelujah. All right. Back again. All right, y'all. We're going. This will be quick. That way I can get back to the conversation. You know what I'm saying? We having a good Shabbat. All right, we're gonna relax and chill. But I want to make sure I got the attention because I think this can help out with everybody. Y'all see from this angle? Y'all can see the Alright, here goes the title. My goodness, the moose in the back door. The moose in the back door.
Who's back there?
That's the moose.
Is that co-op?
That's co-op, yeah.
Oh, I was like...
I thought that was a person.
Yeah.
Alright, the title is Function or Failure. Function or failure. Okay? What does that bottom part say?
Where your heart is positioned.
Where your heart is positioned. Where your heart is positioned. Okay? Oh, I ain't your everyday teacher. I will stand in the back. We'll do it like this. Y'all can just look at that monitor there. Appreciate it. All right, next slide. Before we get going, let's go ahead and say our motto: a 1 and a 2 and a 3. We are learning to walk through obedience to the Torah together, building on Ahava and Amma from the Ab to the Yah and Ruach through Yeshua ben Yahuwah. Thank y'all for that. Hallelujah. All right, so let's go ahead. Like I said, it's gonna be real quick. We'll get through the goal of this today. Goal in today's conversation, because it is a conversation. This is something where I want everybody just to chime on in. Hopefully this will be something that'll touch your heart, touch your core. All right? All right. Conversation is to touch on one of the most important aspects in life, in the physical. In the physical. Okay? Can y'all guess what it is? In the physical. One of the most important things in the physical.
Kids?
Close.
Family. Or money.
Man, oh man. One of them subjects that ain't really talked about that much in the Hebrew communities. Is the money, the Dow Jones, the Ludi, the Fetty, the fighting, the guap, y'all go down the line. There's all types of terms for it, right?
Yeah.
The dinero. What's another one?
Geld.
Say it again?
Geld.
Gets. Yes, we got all kinds of languages. That's German. Another one? Okay, we're gonna leave it at that.
Well, they say it in Puerto Rican.
Dinero.
And dinero.
Big bills.
Alright, so here's the main talking points today. Alright, what is our problem with personal finance? What is our problem? We're just gonna look at it. We're just gonna look at it today. What's our problem with personal finance? Say again? I mean, you know, we ain't there yet, but let's see. Let's see where we're gonna go today. Alright, then we're gonna look at what we can do about it. Alright? And this will all be from biblical perspective. Alright? All from biblical perspective. Alright, before we get into it, I got this. I forgot the dude's name of the channel, but for right now I'm just gonna say fair use. Dude is a beast. I ain't going in front. Alright?
What's up with his eyes?
I don't know, man. It's like, bro, people got things going on. I ain't focusing in on that. Focusing on the man's words. Okay?
Man, I'm just saying that.
Alright, don't worry about it. Don't worry about all that. Hey, if you ever see this partner, that's the guy behind the camera. They ain't got nothing to do with us. That does not represent the views of UPI. Alright? Alright, let's make sure this has the volume it needs, though. Nope. Alright, so, give me a second. Oh, the beast. Chill out, beast. It was on me, I should have checked this before.
Well, they probably tried themselves. They'll probably try themselves to sleep in 10 minutes.
You take him out.
Like, seems like I'm
Hey guys, do you know the broke person next door? Do you know anyone who is looking good on the outside, but living paycheck to paycheck behind closed doors? Tell me in the comments below, how can you really tell that they're living paycheck to paycheck behind closed doors? You know, the person who looks like they have it all together when it comes to their money. I'm here to tell you guys, looks can be deceiving. On this video, guys, I want to share with you a few habits of the broke person next door and give you the truth about people who act rich. You know, the people who appear to have this whole money thing figured out, but in actuality, they really don't have much money. Now, these people are all around us, especially here in America, and we know there's millionaires that walk among us that just look like normal, average, everyday people. So you best believe there's a whole lot of people who, unfortunately, are broke who are walking amongst us as well. In fact, as of June of this year, 61% of adults in America say they are living paycheck to paycheck, according to a new Lending Club report. Now, of those people that are saying they're living paycheck to paycheck, there's three categories, right? First, there's people who make under $50,000 a year. Of those people, 75% of them say they're living paycheck to paycheck. And then you have people who are making between $50,000 a year and $100,000 a year. A full 65% of them say they're living paycheck to paycheck. And then you have those that make over $100,000 or more per year, right? The six-figure club. A full 45% of those people say they're living paycheck to paycheck. Guys, that's almost 50% of the people who make six figures or more who think and feel that they're living paycheck to paycheck. So that's quite a bit. And for most Americans, guys, credit cards are sort of filling that gap nowadays. Credit card debt in total for all Americans reached over $1 trillion just a couple of weeks ago for the first time ever. So people are feeling the pinch of having less and less money and the value of the American dollar decreasing. But on the other hand, many of these people who say that they're living paycheck to paycheck are still looking like they're doing well on the outside.
Still looking like they're doing well on the outside. Let's go back to the numbers. It was a high percentage, 75, 0 to 50,000, right? 50 to 100,000, 61. And then, yes, 61%, yeah. And then over 100.
100K, 40K, yeah.
45%.
It didn't even matter to them.
This is an endemic. And remember, we're talking about all of America, so what does that mean for Hebrew America?
Yeah.
There you go. This is something that's a real problem that we just don't talk about. You know what I'm saying? We just don't know why, but it is important. Now, he said something key earlier. He said, millionaires that walk among us, and you don't even know. See, today what we're going to do, the normal process, as far as me, my style or whatever, is to go, it's like when you go into a doctor's office. You can't go into the doctor's office and just want some medicine, right? Last time I checked, you just can't walk in there and be like, hey, Danny, please. Or whatever it is your thing. No, you're going to have to do a diagnosis, right, Jordan? You got to do a diagnosis. It is what it is. You got to figure out what is the what? Problem. Okay? So that's what the day is going to be like. It's just looking at the problem. All right? Which is okay. We got to do it. Sometimes we got to do it. Just remember the numbers. Keep that in mind. All right? Keep that in mind. I'm a scripture reader. Y'all ready? All right. Script said. Yes, that's a new one. Script said. All right, let's go to the first one. What we got? We got a Tehilliym or Ecclesiastes 5 or 10, right? No, 5 and 10. Tehilliym or Ecclesiastes 5 and 10. Matt, you got me?
Yeah.
Please, by all means, go for it.
He that loves silver shall not be satisfied with silver, nor he that loves abundance with increase. This is also vanity.
It's also vanity. You can even exchange that with just straight up money. Some of the versions just have money. So he that loves money shall not be satisfied with money, nor he that loves abundance with increase. This is also vanity. This ain't enough. All right, let's get the next script. Mishlei 15:27. I'd rather y'all look at it for yourself in your own Bibles. I'm gonna pull it up here, but I'd rather look at it for yourself. Now remember, this is therapy, this is a conversation, so y'all need to let it out, let it out. All right, you got it?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, please.
Mishlei 15:27, that's Proverbs 15 and 27.
Mm-hmm.
He that is greedy of gain troubles his own house, but he that hates gift shall live.
He that is greedy of gain. Greedy of gain. It's interesting, started looking into the Hebrew word. We're not going to do the whole breakdown and stuff like that today. But that greedy aspect of it, it can even break down to almost like a lust. Like greed can almost break down to like a type of lust. Which is interesting to see. Interesting. Very. So he that is greedy of gain troubles his own house. You keep buying stuff, and buying stuff, and buying stuff, and you go into a certain thing called that might trouble your house or not trouble your house.
Trouble.
That might trouble your house. Who knows? You're gonna find out.
There's
Right?
you know, a fringe movie, I guess it's a cult classic now. Was it with Brad Pitt? That movie is called what is it called? Fight Club. He said, and he was talking to somebody, and it was like, you know, the more things you own, the more they own you.
Oh, boom. Well, I like that. I like that. More things you own, the more they own you. Yep. We're gonna get there. So I know a big thing to pay attention, I guess, on this first one is paycheck to paycheck, partner. Paycheck to paycheck. All right, let's go. We got one more for this slide. Sirach 23 and 6, or Ecclesiasticus. Somebody want to read for me? Go for it. The last one, Ecclesiastes, Sirach 23 and 6, yes.
Okay, so Sirach 23, verse 6.
Yeah.
Let not the greediness of the belly nor lust of the flesh take hold of me, and give not over me your servant into an imprudent mind.
Thank you. And not the greediness of your belly, or the lust of the flesh take hold of you. When you're in there, you gotta go paycheck to paycheck. Don't let the greediness of your belly or the lust of your flesh take hold of you. You understand? That's for me too. I'm not immune, by the way. Whatever I'm talking about today, I'm not immune. Best believe that. We going through this. This is proof therapy. Hallelujah. For real. All right. And give not over me your servant into an imputed mind. Somebody look up imputed. I don't. Maybe y'all know what this means.
I don't know. I wasn't an ESPN spell check.
No, yeah, I'm not a lawyer or anything. Just regular definition. Just regular Google definition. Right.
It says not showing due respect for another person. Impertinent.
Oh, that's showing due respect to another person. Give not over me your servant to not respecting another person's type of mind. Goodness gracious.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness. You want so much, you can't have enough. And then somebody try to come around and tell you, hey, maybe not, this ain't the, best thing you probably should be buying right now, especially when you got all this happening. You just like, nah, I don't care. Man, the scriptures don't talk to everybody, I'm telling you, for every situation. By the way, money is a very common theme throughout the entirety of the Bible. I would venture to say, and it's funny because really in these circles, we really don't talk about it as much, right? We just don't, but it's one of the most talked about topics in the entirety of the Bible. Look, I can talk about it. We're gonna get there. All right. So I just looked at the regular definition, right? I told you about what the Hebrew kind of means for the word greedy, but from what biblical, I guess, scholars bring up at the bottom here is for greed is ruthless, self-seeking, and arrogant assumption that others and things exist for one's own benefit. So you have something, right, that you're supposed to be responsible for, and it might not even be yours. Greed, you can actually have something that's not yours, but you still are reckless with it for your own benefit. you from corporate greed. And I
Like a
don't care where you
rental
are.
car.
You know, go ahead.
I said like a rental car.
Yeah,
Like
like
people don't
politicians.
care what they do to rental car.
Yeah, no, they don't. That's funny. Yeah. You got that insurance, you just go crazy with it. Alright. See what time it is. I know which one of these will be today. I got you. I feel you, because right, once again, I'm going through the same thing too. Alright, next one.
Why is that? Well, I think it's because image matters, especially here in America, to a lot of people. And so people do what they have to do to look a certain part or to look a certain way, no matter what's going on with their personal finances. And those people that want to look a certain way without regard to whatever their personal financial situation is, those are the people who typically are the broke people next door. So who really is this broke person next door? So let's get into the truth about the people who act rich. There's really about 3 characteristics of the broke person next door. The first one is the broke person next door is typically in a boatload of debt. According to Credit Karma's data on more than 78 million Credit Karma members, Generation X folks who were born between 1965 and 1980, they carry the highest average total debt, which is over $61,000, that age group. Now in this study, debt included auto leases, auto loans, mortgages, credit cards, and student loans. So these Gen Xers average the most debt at $61,000. And that number goes down as you get younger and as you get older. So typically if you're born after 1980 or if you're born before 1965, those groups, those age groups have a little bit less debt than those Gen Xers born between 1965 and 1980. But $61,000 of debt, guys, that's pretty significant. But the people in all age groups here in America carry a significant amount of debt, and they're in lots of debt, and they're the ones that's also buying the boats, having cars on leases, and having loans on cars, and paying lots of interest, and just looking the part while barely keeping their head above water. Debt, guys, is a killer to your wealth and your future wealth. But the broke person next door, they sort of thrive on debt and leveraging debt, and a lot of times it's on things that's going down in value.
Oh yes. I almost want to play that one again. That was it numbs you almost, man. I mean, real talk, some of this stuff is just numbs you. Yes. Obviously, you can tell what the title of this video was. Who's the broke person next door? So yeah, obviously it's a status thing. A lot of times people, when they buy stuff, it's just for a status symbol.
Keeping up with the Joneses.
Oh, absolutely. And Jones don't pay
You have to
nothing.
have the news calendar.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
And remember, it was just a game. Remember, they didn't even have all that stuff. They were just fake, doing
fake
it.
rich. Fake what?
Fake rich
Fake
to
what?
make people.
Oh, the ad?
Yeah, remember to make people buy the stuff. So when she goes to a certain place, she has all these nice dishes, and so then people started. Oh, sorry. My bad. I don't know if y'all seen that movie, but it's called The Joneses, and basically this family moves in to this nice neighborhood where there's people that already have money, but they start buying a bunch of stuff that is like popular or new or that people never heard of. And they make it popular because they'll throw this big party, or they'll say, oh, well, I wear this brand, or, you know, whatever. And they promote those things, and then it makes the other people go out and buy that stuff even though they can't afford it. So they start like trying to keep up with them. They like try to keep up with, if they get a new car, or if they get some type of membership, or using food, takeout food. They just started following everything to the point to where then they became miserable, the people, because they started going in debt. And the Jones family, it wasn't real debt for them.
There you go.
So,
Yep.
Is
All
this
this
on
history
Netflix?
and stuff. Go ahead.
Is this on Netflix?
It's just old school
I don't know
sitcom.
how old the movie is.
It used to be, I think it's
Yeah, 2009 is when it came out. Yeah, 2009, and it's on Prime. You can get it on Prime, but it's actually a really good movie because it's for real. Like,
This
you
is.
don't know how many, they call it like shell, like, you know how they have like shell businesses?
Yeah.
You don't know how many people maybe set up on the block or different places that really are painting a picture, but it's not really their life.
Yeah.
Talking about Shell Corporation?
Yeah, like kind of like a shell corporation, but it's just people that are pretending to have all these things, but they don't. Like, it's not, it doesn't belong to them. They don't own the car, they don't own the house, they don't own, and they literally just come in for a period of time and then they leave.
Oh, wow.
So that's how they're able to keep,
They're like a real life infomercial.
yeah, that's how they're able to keep doing it without people being like, well, how come your children haven't grown up, or how come, yeah.
Yeah, now he's bringing stats
Do
and,
that in real life.
say it again?
Celebrities do that in real life. Like,
Tiger.
celebrities are given products, purses, shoes, clothes,
Yep.
and they will take
Yep.
a picture of themselves everywhere, post it on their Instagram, their
Come
Facebook,
on.
their Twitter, and they are actually promoting it. They don't, and they're giving it free so that they will get you to buy it.
Absolutely.
So that's how, when they go to those, the award shows, and people are wondering, oh my gosh, that person says they're broke, but they've got this, they don't own those gowns.
nothing.
Like, you'll get someone who may once in a while own their gown because they know that they're gonna wear it 3 or 4 times, but for the most part, 95% of those people are given or leased those clothes so that they will mention the designer's name,
That's it.
so that people will go out to buy that designer's product. They are literally walking advertisements. That's why you can't believe anything. Oh, I use this lotion, I use this cream. They're, not to be rude, not most of them are lies. They are actors.
Yep.
Yes, man.
That's what I was going to say. Thank you. Perfect. Paid agents. That's the only word I was going to say.
Yeah, they are.
Paid agents. That's all.
Paid advertisement.
Okay. All right, let's get to the script. Script set. Y'all will probably get it out in a second. Let's see. Michelet 22-7. Based off what we just now watched. Michelet 22-7.
The rich rules over poor and the...
Oh, my gosh. My goodness. Oh, man, hallelujah. At least us need to hear it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Just reading it. I'm not big. Don't get on me now. It's too late.
What's that word?
The rich rule. Stop it, man. Michelet, man. Oh.
The rich rule over the poor and the borrower is servant to the to the lender.
That's right. Rich rules over the poor, and the servant. I mean, the borrower is servant to the lender. And what I know some people have some other versions today. This sounds even worse, right? The what? The borrower is what? Slave to the lender. Slave. He kind of brought a little down, a little taste of himself. I was like, oh, okay, it is what it is. I understand. Some things is how it goes, but yes. Don't get twisted. Slave. There you go. Oh, it didn't make a lot of noise, huh? To the lender. All right, let's get the next one. Melikim Shani. 4-1. Go ahead.
Now there cried a certain woman of the sons of the prophets unto Elisha, saying, your servant, my man, is dead. And you know that your servant did fear Yahuwah. And the creditor is come to take unto him my 2 sons to be bondmen.
Creditor came after the husband, the certain woman's husband that passed. Creditor came and said, well, it's time to collect. Your sons can come work for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it was back in. But thankfully, Alicia came through. Y'all know the rest of the story. I'm sure y'all do. Alicia came through because a woman, came to Alicia and said, hey, what can I do? And then he told her to go out and get she didn't have no money. So people went and dance, the oil. They bring oil. Yeah, they bring the oil. And all of a sudden now she has all this oil to sell and then take care of the debt. But it's a beautiful story, right? It's only like 7 verses. But nevertheless, parents, don't get into that kind of crazy thing. We can bring it back to even our community. How many people got to do barbecue plate sales after somebody in the past? Okay, this is a real thing within our culture.
And it happens like a lot.
Not really.
Oh, it happened.
I mean, it happened. I mean, my family
My mom just do that
several times.
Yeah.
My mom
They have
just
to
do
do
that for
plates,
fun.
they'll do plates.
She don't do it for the money. She just do it for the
Yeah.
just to give away.
Yeah, well, a lot of people it happens, man.
Mm-hmm.
More than we count, really. Well, now people gotta go to the, what's the online, group?
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe.
GoFundMes and things
They
like that.
do that. They do
Yeah.
the GoFundMe, and then they also,
Indiegogo, I don't know about that.
they, you know, the issue is though, is that sometimes it's not that the person doesn't have the money, but it's when they release it. So like,
That's the other part, yeah.
we don't look at those policies when we read them. Like, you need one that's gonna pay out like right away, and then maybe a larger sum come in later.
That's it.
But you need something to be able to at least start taking care of the process.
And remember,
And that's what happened.
if you were still in debt, even though y'all have an insurance policy, if you still in debt, they gonna go to the creditors first.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, we'll turn the cameras off right there. There's ways to get around it. You know what I mean? It's just I ain't gonna talk about it. I don't want this video to get flagged. Nah, you're right.
I can pause it real quick.
Nah, man. All right, let's keep it moving. All right.
Debt is one thing, but the second truth about people who act rich, the broke person next door, is there may be a little self-esteem issues going on there. And what I mean by that is this, guys. These are the people who typically dress to impress. They drive cars to impress. They have the big homes to impress. And they spend and spend and spend money on vacations, on watches, on clothes, on the purses, on the shoes, all of these things to impress. Now, not everybody, of course, but a lot of them. Always remember this, guys. Just because you can afford a payment on an item doesn't necessarily mean that you can really afford the item. Now, I get it. Our current culture is obsessed with the outward appearance of wealth and success. And unfortunately, it's the broke person next door who really eats it all up and buys into that way of thinking. Because there's marketers out there, guys. These marketers, they study us like lab rats in a science experiment. I mean, think about it, guys. Have you ever been thinking of a product? Just in your head, there's a product that you were thinking about, and then an advertisement for that product just happens to pop up on your phone while you're in your IG feed or you're in your Facebook feed. See, guys, I believe that social media is tracking us, right? In order to get us to spend more and more money.
There you go.
You can just think about it.
I had to click this. So I was like, okay.
People think I'm going crazy when I say no. I hadn't even said it out of my mouth. I literally said it to Charmin. I can't make this up. I knew what this was going to be about.
Come on.
This week, did I not, Charmin, tell you? No. I had a situation that I was talking to Charmin about. I didn't even say exactly that.
Man, they running her crazy.
It's a stampede up there. But at least they're not stampeding down here. Hallelujah for that. But I was just talking to Charmin about a situation probably about a week and a half ago or so, maybe 2 weeks. And we were just talking. I was just telling her about an incident that happened on my job years back and how the person acted. I did not mention the person's name. I didn't say the person's name. I just said that this person, you know, they were jealous of the position that I had became in because, like, they felt like I didn't deserve it because I wasn't there longer than them and all that stuff. Last week, I got a message in my inbox on Facebook from this particular employee that I'm not friends with on Facebook at all. Something came through, like it was like to play a game or something. And I told Charmin, I screenshot and I said, this is the lady that I was talking about, saying that, this is the lady that I was talking about, who said, I was saying this is the lady that I was talking about that was jealous and that was trying to report me about stealing city time because I was working for the city. And I said, this is her. I said, but Charmin, we're not friends on Facebook. We're not friends on Facebook. I haven't heard from this woman. I don't talk to her, nothing. And I told Charmin, I said, we were just talking about this. So how is it all of a sudden this person who I'm not friends with, no contact for all these years, and I literally have a conversation with Charmin, not texting, not typing, and this person pops up in my inbox. So they're definitely listening, even when you're not directly saying something.
There you go.
You can be like, I need a car.
Boom.
And now all these ads start coming through.
Have you heard the new Maserati?
What?
And here we are. I was just talking about that. And we like try to make it like such a coincidence. Like, I was just talking about getting a new car. I was just talking about.
Oh, y'all.
Well,
anything else? We're going to do script set. No. Okay, all right.
I don't get it.
It took 30, 40 minutes to get it. Anyway.
You got this lesson from G-Unit?
No.
Oh, you talking about diplomats?
There you go. All right, Luke 25. Luke is 12, 15. I said 25. 12, 15, 12, 15. You got it back. That's what I'm talking about.
Mac attack.
I'm going.
And he said to them, take heed and beware of covetousness.
Yep.
For a man's life consists not in the abundance of the things which he possesses.
Thank you. Man's life does not, right? Does not consist of the abundance of things he possesses. It just don't, y'all. It don't. Please, by all means, read the entirety of these chapters. It's beautiful. All right? And that's different. See, we talked about greed, but you can see how now we sort of transition into what? Talk about greed, but that's now the first letter? Thanks. It's going to be empty. These commandments ain't no joke. These commandments ain't no joke. I'm telling you, I like when he said you can purchase something, but it don't mean you can purchase something. I don't even do all that.
You can afford a payment.
You can afford,
you can afford the.
Oh man, just because you can make back don't mean you can really make. Come on.
Because you might only be able to make it for a month.
Yeah. All right, Matthew 6, 19 and 21 is an oldie but a goodie. Oldie but a goodie. All right. What's that? Yeah, I'm good.
Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourself treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Keep making, thank you. Great reading. Thank you. Keep making them, what'd you say, unaffordable payments? Weird to say.
Yeah.
We know your heart is. Truly. I mean, it is what it is. So somebody told me back in the day, you ever heard of voting with your dollars? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Voting with your dollars. And I was just like, wow. So back when our ancestors used to do bus boycotts and things of this nature, they used to just shut businesses down collectively because they just knew how to do it. They knew how to vote with their dollars. That's we can't even attempt to do that today. I wish we could, but we can't.
Well, no, they took the fathers up the house. Back then, you wouldn't go against your father's word. Like if your dad say we're not shopping here, we're not shopping.
We're too greedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have.
What are they doing up there?
What is that when you can sustain? They can't sustain.
No, just repeat it.
Oh, okay. We're too covetous, and we're too greedy. We can't. I can't think of the word, but we don't have the will to withhold ourselves.
There's no self-control.
Self-control. That's what I was looking for. We don't have the self-control to go without.
Cool. Thank you for that. All right, fam. Anything else? You want to press it?
It's enough, man.
Gonna be another show.
See, guys, I believe that social media is tracking us, right? in order to get us to spend more and more money. So hey, if you ever want to go against the grain, spend less money and live a much more frugal lifestyle. Nothing is going to upset the machine more than when you sort of leap out of it and stop spending so much money, right? Because the media and social media, they purposely fill our heads and our social media feeds and our television with the latest celebrity endorsed products that they know we think will make our lives better and more complete. And then you have credit card companies who continually extend your credit limits to buy the things that they think, we think, will allow us to sort of live and look the part of whatever we think rich or wealthy or well-off or middle class is, even though most of us believe that we're living paycheck to paycheck. Now, these broke people next door who really want to impress other people, they're not in the habit of delaying gratification. They're more in the habit of spending a little bit out of control and displaying very little discipline over their spending. And they believe that looking a certain way is important, is very important, maybe way more important than it really is. And they believe that living well is all about stuff.
Yeah. I ain't even gonna, we ain't gotta really talk about that, but we just gonna go straight to the script. I think y'all get the point of that. We ain't gotta drive that one home.
Sound like New York.
I tell you. All right, you're 9, 10, 10. Because now we're gonna sort of, once again, we're trying to identify the problem. We're trying to identify the problem. So if you got all of this stuff that's like you just not brought out, that's whispering in your ear. We know how to label it whenever that happens. Something that's whispering in your ear. Something that tells you you should buy it.
Yeah.
Here's that. Get these. Get this shirt. Get this. What is that? So let's go ahead and let's just call it for what it is. Somebody get tell me.
Alright.
10.
The thief comes not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundant.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. You all right? I like so yeah, obviously the last part, all praise to the Most High, right? But the focus right now is on the first part. Because you gotta identify the enemy. Last time I checked, you have to identify the enemy. That's what that is. If there's something to destroy, I would love to destroy your credit.
Yeah.
I love to make it to where you can't make that good purchase in the future.
The system is set up.
Set up.
It's ready. Make it enticing. Moment you bite that apple, you done?
Oh! Now, based off of this study, I'd rather you go home and research that. Because I'm not going to touch it right now. That's a good one.
What?
Based on this study, go research what he just not, what Yosef just not brought out, dealing with.
What did he say? I didn't hear him.
Oh, my bad. You didn't hear him? That's only I got it.
I said this system has you set up that the way, as Maureen mentioned, the credit, they want to mess up your credit, so for future you don't get to buy. I said the moment you bite that apple, you're done.
Done.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. All right, let's get the next verse. You've been on 8 and 44. 8 and 44. You got it in? You did good last time, but now we got one in here. So.
Of course. Ye are of your father, the devil, and the lusts of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning.
From the what?
From the beginning. And abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaks a lie, he speaks of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it.
Y'all heard the term, the father of what? No. Think you need it? Okay. Man, I ain't even really deal with needs and wants in this. That's an interesting part. I think y'all get it, but you can always go deeper in needs and wants. But we ain't touching it today. Alright? Alright. Therapy. I'm right here with y'all. Best believe it. I got my fair share.
terms of a career and where they're going to go in terms of their money, but by the time they get between the ages of 25 and 34, they're in their careers and making much more money. And those 34-year-olds that are now in their careers, making more money, much more money than they made when they were in their early 20s, those folks are coming to a point where they're going to be earning more and more money. And they're going to be coming to a point where they're choosing to have more and more debt. Now, the median earnings, the middle earnings for people in the age range between 45 and 54 is just over $64,000 per year. Of course, this can change depending on if you're male or female, or your race, or what area of the country you're in. All those things make a difference. But in general, the median salary between that age group, 45 to 54, is $64,000 per year. And if you get married and you have two incomes, that can go up to $128,000. The point is, that's a nice chunk of money. And there are a lot of people in America who mistake this income for wealth. Well, as I said before, guys, income and wealth are two different things, right? Income is measured by what you earn or bring in every year. But we measure wealth by your assets minus your liabilities to come up with your net worth. So just because you make a lot of money and have a higher income, it doesn't mean that you actually have a lot of money. It doesn't mean that you are wealthy or have a lot of wealth. If you have a high income and you spend everything that you bring in, or you buy a lot of stuff that's heavy on your liability side of your net worth equation, then you're really just becoming more poor by buying things with this high income that are going down in value. You know, the big spending items that ultimately depreciate. Those things destroy the wealth of many Americans. But those are the things, again, that are the cornerstone of the broke person next door's lifestyle, right? The financed car, the big house with the big mortgage payment, the student loans that won't go away no matter what you do. They're still hanging around 10, 15, 25 years later. And, of course, the credit cards. Guys, the average credit card debt per household is over $6,000. Now,
no joke. $6,000.
That's a lot.
For young folks, it's a lot. I'm gonna tell you right now. For grown folks, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's no joke, y'all. And it's that's why I think personal finance is a serious subject that should be talked about at least a little bit, right? Because it affects your life. It affects your life. It affects the type of life you're gonna live. So yeah.
Can you turn the fan up?
That's pretty much it.
Hot.
We're gonna turn it on. We'll turn it on.
No, he's hot.
No,
that's why he
turn it on now. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Okay.
That's why he cranky. That's why he headbutted you.
Alright, Brad, you ready? I'll say you're ready to cut off. Not the shit about
No, when he's done.
Right. Alright, so today was the mental inventory of where we are in Ruach when it comes to one of the most important things in life. Please dwell on these things. The next lesson will be concerned with solutions biblically. Alright? Alright, so in closing, let's go ahead and get it. Let's go ahead and read 1, 2, and 3. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Elohim, God guard his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. For Elohim shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Thank you. It's Ecclesiastes 12:13, and the last one we're going to read to finish off with Yahusha is Revelations 14:12, 1, 2, 3. Here is the patience of the sheep. Here are they that guard the commandments